Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nur Farizal bin Azmi. Today we are going to share about SME. First, what is SME? A small and medium-sized enterprise is a type of business that is smaller than large companies and is usually defined by the number of employees, yearly income or total asset. The exact definition can be different depending on the country or industry. SME usually have limited resources and simpler management. But they are very important because they create jobs, support innovations, and help grow the economy, especially at the local and community level.
Issue that was faced by SME. First, we have a difficulty in accessing bank financing. SME face a serious challenge in obtaining loan from a financial institution despite the availability of funds in the banking system. This reflects a financing gap lacuna caused by a mismatch between SME demand for funds and bank willingness to supply credit. Second is information asymmetry and opaque borrower profile. SME are often considered opaque borrower due to poor bookkeeping, incomplete financial record, lack of audited account, and a short business history. This creates information asymmetry, making it difficult for banks to accurately assess SME creditworthiness. Third, we have a weak management skill. SME suffer from adequate managerial and leadership skill, including lack of business planning, decision-making skill, and human resource management. Owners often rely on experience rather than a formal management practice. It might cut to limiting growth and efficiency. Lastly is low use of technology. Many SME have a limited adoption of technology such as computerized accounting system and digital marketing tools. It might reducing productivity and competitiveness of the business.
Now we go through about investment appraisal process. First one is identification of investment opportunities. Zen Life Sendirian Berhad plans to replace the old machine to high-tech machine to increase sales and reduce costs. Second, use financial evaluation techniques. SME encouraged to apply a systematic financial tools to evaluate investment viability. For example, use initial outlay, annual cash flow, and terminal cash flow. And third is apply appraisal technique. Use techniques such as payback periods, internal rate of returns, and NPV, which is we call as net present value. And the last one is strategic decision making and implementations. Investment with positive NPV and IRR above the required return should be prioritized, followed by the detailed implementation planning to support sustainable long-term growth. Now we are going to share about definition and importance of investment appraisal process. What is investment appraisal process? The process business used to evaluate potential long-term projects or investment, analyzing costs, benefits, and risks to determine financial viability and profitability. For example, current method is first one is net present value, second internal rate or returns, third payback periods, and the last one is accounting rate of returns. Now we go to the importance of investment appraisal. First is determine if an investment future profit justify its cost, assessing financial attractiveness. Second, ensure the investment fit with the company overall objective and long-term goals. And the last one is identify potential risks and help develop strategies to mitigate them, safeguarding the company's future.
Now, we're gonna go through the calculation of initial outlay. Initial outlay refers to immediate cash outflow required by the company to start a project. We will add all the costs to operate the project and ignore sunk costs and add any opportunity cost that we got. After that, we will minus any cash inflow that we got. The net initial outlay that we got is RM111,840. Next is differential cash flow, where we will look at the cash flow that occurred through the project useful life. For this question, the useful life of the project is only 5 years. By using annual cash flow, we can see what we will receive or pay from year 1 to year 5. The annual cash flow we got is RM30,000 at 16 ringgit. Then, we're gonna go through the terminal cash flow. terminal cash flow only occur at project termination. As for this question, the termination will occur on year 5. To calculate terminal cash flow, we'll take salvage value of the new machine, less tax is any, and net working capital recovered. The terminal cash flow that we got for this question is RM85,000 ringgit.
For this project, the initial investment is RM111,840 and the annual cash inflow is RM30,016. So the payback period is calculated by dividing the initial outlay by the annual cash flow. So the initial outlay is RM111,840 divided by annual cash flow, which is RM30,016, give a payback period of 3.73 years, which is approximately 3 years and 7 months. Since the payback period is less than the target of 4 years, the project is acceptable based on the payback method. And then for the NPV, we calculate the net present value using a discount rate, or we call cost of capital, which is given in the question, which is 10%. The present value of cash inflow is higher than the initial investment, resulting in a positive NPV of RM54,621.65. A positive NPV indicates that the project is financially viable.
Next, we determine the internal rate of return, or we call IRR. So the IRR is estimated by dividing the initial outlay by the annual cash flow, which gives a factor of 3.726. Referring to the present value and repeatable, we can look at the book or everywhere. The closest factor is 3.7908, which corresponds to 10% over 5 years. Therefore, the IRR of this project is approximately 10%. Since the IRR meets the required rate of return, the project is acceptable. And for the question C is, in conclusion, Zenlife Sedia Berhad should proceed with this project because the NPV is positive. The payback period is shorter than the targeted period, which is 4 years, and the IRR is acceptable for the company.
In conclusion, the effective financial management strategies is important for the growth and the success of SME business. By solving the funding source, managing the information accurately, enhance the management skill, and maximize the technology application, it might help the SME to improve more in the market. Other than that, investment appraisal technique enable the SME to optimize the resource efficiently, improve the competitiveness in the market. Thus, it also contributing more significant to economic development and stability.